Test, test, test. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. So we got a couple setups we're looking at. Who made some money yesterday? Made some bread yesterday. There was a couple setups yesterday that went as played out. We got some range in this all night though. Now we do got a few news events today as well. We got a lot of news today. We got GP news just pop off. We got 8:30 USD news. Then we got 11:15 Canadian news. Then we got 2 and 2:30 USD news, and later on tonight we got Australian news. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. What's going on, my boy? I see you up in here. What's going on, Doug? Sounding good. What's going on, Jazzy? I see you up in here. All right, so I know I said yesterday the Bitcoin video was going to drop, so I try to be a productive person, and I scheduled a post. Let's hold that thought because we got ads popping up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Fix this. I couldn't even skip that up. Give me 1 second, y'all. The screen's about to be put back on. There we go. We should be good. All right, cool. But the way YouTube works, I don't know if anyone has YouTube pages or tries to upload stuff, but I try to schedule it, but it's scheduled for a day ahead. So I really thought I posted it for yesterday, but it's actually scheduled for today. So that's going to be dropping today. So be on the lookout for that. Though it is recorded, so it's going to be uploaded today. But yesterday, a couple setups went as projected, right? Gold still ranging in no man's land. The NAS did a nice move yesterday. And then me and the members caught this nice GJ setup right here. Now, price failed to hold this low as support like we was talking about we need for the uptrend to continue. And again, like I said, a lot of charts, middle and beginning of New York, did some huge rejections. Right, so it's going to be interesting to see how the news plays out today. Still going to be looking for a few setups, but of course, we're not going to force anything. So we're mainly going to be paying attention to NAS, GJ, and gold today. We're also going to look at possible GN setup. I do like this, but that's like a last resort simply because of the range and consolidation. Make sure to like the lives. You'll hop up in here. Y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed already. That's a nice rejection right there. So GM, this is a setup we was looking at a few weeks ago, but obviously, price rejected this level. It made its way back down. Right, we go back in time. We was going for sell setups a couple weeks ago here, and we're right back down. Right, so my computer acting a little slow. Hold on. All right, so you can see a few weeks ago we were going for sell setups. So we're going to look for a possible sell setup here. I do like the market structure here. It is going to require some volume to break through here, like it failed to last time. But looking at GP New Zealand, if we can hold 23.10 as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 22.30. So we're going to be looking at that today. We're also going to be looking at possible NAS100 buys. We're going to look for the same setup as yesterday. It will hold 21.820 as support. We're going to look for buys going back up to 21.900. Gold, we are still technically bullish, but again, we can see price has been struggling since we took the L on Monday to break it back above these levels. But we are still going to be looking for buys if we can hold. Oh, my bad, y'all. There's this fucking. Give me one sec. I was muted the whole time. Damn. Okay, well, I'll just redo all that, right? So y'all saw me looking at the market structure on the bigger time frame. Basically, what I was saying is what I've been saying for the past few weeks. How again we need volume to break through and hold those next levels to make new higher highs, or for GP New Zealand's case, make that new lower low. Okay, y'all. And we're going to be going live with the numbers during the 2 o'clock FOMC. We might not go live or stay live for the 2 o'clock going to 2:30, but we're going to be going live during the 2 o'clock FOMC. We also have 8:30 USD news, so we got a lot of news popping off today. So I'm going to try to catch a setup before all that news pops off. But of course, if my confirmations are met, I'm simply just going to wait till after the 8:30 news. But with FOMC, if we don't see any action during New York session, it's probably going to be chilling up until FOMC, but we do have 8:30 news, so it's really going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But we got NAS approaching this level right here. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When you're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. If y'all was in yesterday's live stream, you could have caught this GJ setup with us. We literally broke this down. Y'all saw me wait for the retest confirmation. Y'all saw the whole process, and we literally caught like 30 plus pips in yesterday's live on GJ. Do I cover? Do I cover ES? Yeah, we can take a look at that. We can take a look at that. It's just ES, right? I always forget. I have a student I do one-on-one session. I forget. Is it just ES or is it ES exclamation? Let me know. It should pop up. Okay. It's probably this one. All right, so it is exclamation. All right, cool. So looking at ES right here, I'll put it up so people know what we're looking at. We have bullish momentum. It's kind of similar to NAS100, right? So it's actually at a pretty decent spot right now. So we see here, if we can hold 60, 40, 60, 50 as support, we can look for buys going back up to 60, 75. But we need to hold that level of support to see these go back to these higher highs right here. But again, it's very choppy and nasty, but we are still clearly in the uptrend. Because again, we see higher highs, we don't see any lower lows with this rejection. Price immediately came back and made a new higher high. So we need to hold 60.45 as support, as well as break these next two levels and hold 60.100 as support for the uptrend and a new higher high to come into play and be made. So I'd only look for buys on this right now. I wouldn't really look for sells on this unless we break below 59.86 and hold that as resistance. That's the only way I look for sells on this personally. But yeah, I just broke back above this level, so we're going to be looking to see if it can hold the level as support. Look for a similar move like this one or like this one. No problem. Hey, y'all, you guys want me to look at any charts? I got y'all. Again, y'all already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. But again, a lot of these charts, we just got to wait for that volume to kick in. I was really looking for yesterday, but of course, it's too early in the week. Why would they do that to us so early in the week, right? I was really looking for yesterday for price to hold that level and see a huge move. But again, this is why you still have to be realistic and stick to your trading plan, because just because I wanted to see that happen, obviously price didn't do that. So that's why you don't be greedy and just go off of what you hope. You got to, again, manage your trade, move your stop loss, secure profits, and don't let a winner turn to a loser. Because again, we didn't hit the final TP. We hit TP5, but we still caught a nice 1 to 2 on this setup, right? So you can't be greedy, right? You can't be greedy. That home run is going to come when it comes, right? But the ultimate goal is to make money. So we got NAS pushing up, so we're about to see if we can break and hold this lower right here. ES is kind of doing a similar move. I was about to say ES it is S&P. I looked to the left. I was like, this looks like S&P, but that's because you're on the future side, the forex side. I guess what we call S&P 500. Let's see if we can break back above this level, y'all. Yeah, we came up here multiple times this week and last week, but we failed to really maintain and hold this low as support, especially turning 21,960 to support. So we're going to see if we're going to do that today. Right? Like I always say, I don't care if we're in an uptrend or downtrend. What I really care about is understand what trend we're in, and then most importantly, volume, right? But I don't really care if we're an uptrend or downtrend. I just need some volume, right? But like I talked about in the TikTok video I posted yesterday, low volume is part of the game, high volume is part of the game, right? Price is not going to always be pushing. That's just not how it works. It'd be too easy, right? Now, there are some seasons and months throughout the year that there is a lot of volume. But there's also times during the year and weeks during the month where there's low volume, as well as retracements and stuff like that. The sooner you understand that that's just how the markets work, the better it is going to be for you and your mental, because I don't want y'all to be like everybody on the internet stressing about price action being bad, because again, a lot of the people talking about that stuff online, they must have just started trading Q4 last year. So then when the new year started, they weren't used to the choppy markets. But I've been trading and really paying attention, especially for the past 3 years. I've been full time. Man, they want their money today. Hold on, y'all. Let me skip this ad. All right, there we go. There it goes. About this. Oh yeah. So like for the past 3 years, I've been trading. Like seriously, I've noticed that Q3, we're going to see if next month is the same thing, but Q3 has been the one with the most volume summer quarter for the past few years I've been trading. So we're going to see if that's going to be the same thing this year. But it's usually like Q4 and Q1, that's the slowest. And then Q2, things start to pick up. And then Q3 is usually the one with the most volume summer quarter. Everybody's out, money's flowing, everybody's spending money, all that good shit. And then again, Q4 is slow because holidays, right? After October, November, December, it's just holiday after holiday. No matter what part of the world you're in, they got fucking holidays after holidays. So the banks are closed. There's no volume, right? And the reason why Q1 is slow is because, again, January, the holidays are just wrapping up. And then also motherfuckers getting ready for tax season, right? Because tax season is Q1 as well. And then also on the business side, every quarter is taxes as well. But that's the main reasons why Q4 and Q1 are usually the slowest out the year, right? So let's see if we can break this level right here. My alert didn't go off on GN. I don't got GU up because I'm not really going to look at GU today. It's kind of fucked up. So I'm not even going to try to imagine or force a setup on there. Because again, trading is about high probability, high quality setups, right? I can always look at a possible setup of all these charts. But again, you don't want to try to force setups or again get into the habit of trying to take anything and everything, because that's when the hoping comes into play, the crossing your fingers and the whole gambling aspect, right? If you only go for strictly high probability, high quality setups, you're going to be a lot more confident in the trades you take, and of course you're going to win way more than you lose. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to see if we can break below that level, hold that as resistance. So you're mainly going to be watching GN and NAS100 right now. GJ has got some work to do as well as gold. So we're mainly going to be flipping back and forth between these two. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today, y'all. Dropped a new video earlier this week for y'all. Make sure to check that out. Dropped a new trade breakdown for y'all. After the live's over or during the live, make sure to explore the playlist. All right, there's multiple playlists on the channel. We don't just live stream here. I got tons of free game on the YouTube channel. Yeah, very soon. Okay. Yeah, I noticed that a feature. Like I said, I don't know. I like Forex too, but I'm gonna open back up my futures account, put some bread in there, start trading futures as well. I trade NAS100 obviously, but I might just trade have like a futures only account. Besides a couple of my prop firms that are futures only. Because aside from prop firms, like my main account's Forex, which I like, but I don't know, I like futures too. I can't really say that because I only trade like NAS100, US30 SPX. But from what I know, it's pretty similar. Trade the same sessions. NQ's basically NAS100 as well. Then y'all, we're just chilling, patiently waiting. And again, this is why we enter and exit off these levels. Look how price is reacting to this level. Same way we see GN reacting to this level right here. And again, we're not missing anything because I got alerts right above or below my levels. So as soon as price breaks it, like usual, we'll get an alert. And again, gold's just been rejecting hard. It's on this last line of defense, as you see. Again, as long as we hold that support, we're still looking for buys, but I'm not personally looking for buys here. I want price to at least hold 33.96, if not 34.16 as support. We look for buys, just like with DJs on this last line of defense. So again, high probability setups. Not going to take a trade there. Those just joined the stream. Let me turn my phone off. My bad. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this trade. This is just a trade idea. New 15 just popped up. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We got a nice move on GJ yesterday. And as far as how we did last week, we went 4-1 last week. There's an 80% win rate. As far as how we're doing this month so far, although a week before that, we went 5-0. So we've been killing it this month so far. And then we scroll down to June 2nd. You can see how we ended May. We went 19-1, only took one loss last month because of 5% win rate. You click right here, it's going to take you to the beginning of the month. All trades are posted. We send the link out to the live every day when we go live. At the beginning of every week, we drop the Sunday chart analysis going over the news for the week and projections of what I see the charts doing. So if y'all didn't watch last week's Sunday chart analysis, check out last week's Sunday chart analysis, then see how price has been playing out or how price started this week. And definitely make sure to check out this week's Sunday chart analysis. All right, y'all. And like you see on your screen as well, how we did last quarter. If you click these highlight, it's either going to take you up by week basis or month by month or quarter by quarter basis. Right, we went on a week by week basis. We click this one, it'll take us to the beginning of the month. And then you scroll down, you can literally see how we did the month before that. So you can literally just keep on going up the chain and all this stuff. And of course, anybody wants to verify any of this stuff, again, we literally break it down at the beginning of the week and instead of chart analysis, which is documented, and we go live every day and get these projections out, which is documented. So again, the GJ set that we took, literally broke that down in the live stream yesterday, as well as today, yesterday's live stream, as well as this NAS100 setup we talked about in the live stream as well. I like what NAS and GN are doing, so we're about to see if we can hold these levels. About to see if we can hold these levels right here. I lost my train of thought. Okay, for March. So I gotta go to if we go to April 2nd, you can see how we ended quarter one. January we went 17.3, February went 14.1, March went 13.1, ended up quarter 44.5 against 90% win rate, catching a total of 155,207 pips. And again, you click right here, it's gonna take you to the beginning of the year. You even say how we did last year. Yeah, we really do this, y'all. We really be averaging high 90% win rates on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. So once you hit that first link and check all that stuff out, you click right here with our subscribers. You go down to photos. There's over 3 years worth of photos, 1,600 photos, just tons of receipts. You can see man, I guess StreamYard said, hey, quit showing them all that. You doing too good. Quit shitting on these folks. But yeah, so make sure to hit that first thing and check it out. I don't know what StreamYard got against me showing my receipts and shit. But again, we're in no rush. We're up this week. We're up from last month. We're up from last week. And then, like I said, we got a lot of news events popping off. We got 8:30 news. Then we got 2:30 FOMC news. Going to be going live with the members during the 2 o'clock FOMC news event. And then later on tonight, when markets reopen at 6:45, we got New Zealand news. And then 9:30, we got Australian news. All right, new 5 minute just popped up. Yeah, we haven't broken above it yet. We zoom in. You see it's still reacting the same way it did here. Again, y'all, I always talk about when we got New York news, if we don't see any action coming into this next hour between now and 6 a.m., price is probably going to be chilling up until the news pops off. Again, we do got a lot of news popping up today. Again, the game plan still the same. Just waiting to see if we can break and hold these levels here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, Playmaker underscore wait. TikTok underscore Playmaker wait underscore. Post daily on both pages. Got some videos lined up for you today. If you got any questions, drop in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop in the chat. We're about to see what this next 5 and 15 looks like.
Now, with Cox Internet and Mobile, the price of your plan won't go up.
rejected. I want to see what this next hour looks like. Again, all the game plan is pretty much the same. Nothing's going to change at all. Just simply waiting for volume to pick up. Again, we had some huge rejections take place yesterday, and we got a lot of news popping off today. Price rejected these levels. Still gonna be on the charts, but it looks like prices are gonna be ranging up until New York session. Again, y'all, we got news at 8:30. We got news at 11:15, 2 o'clock, 2:30, and then we got some news later on when markets reopen. For NAS100, we're still looking for buys. All right, we're gonna be looking for buys, just like the Sunday chart analysis said, unless we break below 21,660 and hold that as a resistance. But as far as today is concerned, if we can break above and hold 21,820 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going back up to 21,890. Plus, we go into 21,960. Gold, as long as we can maintain and hold 33.72 as support, we will be looking for buys. But I want to see price hold 33.98 as support. Look for buys going back up to the highs here at 34.20. And then with GN, if we can break below and hold 23.10 as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 22.25. And then GJ, same thing. All right, we're at the last line of defense right here. So we can break back above 195.35 as support. We can look for buys going back up to 196. And we need to hold that level as support for the uptrend to continue. Again, price constantly just been rejecting this level for the past few months. And that needs to happen for the uptrend to continue. We need to hold this level as support to make a new higher high. So again, with today, especially because we have a bank holiday tomorrow, 2 different bank holidays tomorrow, I want to see price have some volume kick in. And again, I don't care if we start or the downtrend or continue to uptrend. I just need us to get out of this funk, because as we can see here, we've been constantly struggling to break the support level and hold it as resistance, as well as break this resistance level and hold it as support. And this is what's going on with a lot of the charts right now. All right, y'all. Again, got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Make sure you have these noties on. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been alive since the week. Oh, it looks like Nas is about to try to break this level. All right, we'll stay on for the next 15. All right, we're gonna see if we got some action. All right, we'll stay on to the next 15. So if y'all didn't hop out yet, shout out to y'all. All right. So we're gonna see what this next 15 does. All right, because it's like Nas about to try. So we're gonna see if we can break this level, or we're just gonna keep getting teased all morning. All right, so we'll wait till the next 15 to see if we can break this level, or see if Nas just teased us again. I was sure about to hop back in the bed. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but we'll see. Let's see if we can break this level right here. Folks, step 2. Oh well, it's all good. It's all good. Let's see if we can break this level. Let's see if we can break this level. All right. Let's see if we can hold this here. Let's see if we can hold this. Still got some work to do. Let's see if we can hold this right here. We gotta break it first, though. Got a new 5 minute about to pop up in a little bit. Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. That's why I stayed on. Cause I was about to hop off. Cause I was like, as soon as I was about to hop off, I saw price push up, but it's still rejecting this level again. I'm not going to pull the trigger till we can break above and hold that level as support. And then we got GJ pushing up. So like I said, between now and 6 a.m., I'm still going to be on the charts. But if I don't see any action between now and 6 a.m., I'm not going to be back onto the charts until 8:30 to see what the news is talking about. And then I'm going to look for a setup after the 8:30 news. Um, See if we can catch something before FOMC, right? But again, usually what FOMC is like coin toss is either low volume all day up until the news, or we can see a setup before the news pops off. But this FOMC is not just FOMC though. We have other news events popping up as well. That's usually how it goes when it's just a news day with strictly FOMC. But we got a lot of news today, and we got some news tomorrow as well, and then bank holidays. So yeah, this one's gonna be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But yeah, that's why I stayed on because I was like, man, we're going to break that level. So now I'm about to hop on. Like I said, I'm still going to be on the charts, but Nas just teased us again for another 15 minutes. Game plan's still the same, though. Game plan's still the same, right, y'all? Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been alive since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been alive since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Signal, free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify my levels, my Signal service, or mentorship program, you already know what to do. Click those links in the description. Become a playmaker. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram, TikTok, or Telegram. I respond to all messages. And yeah, like I said, between now and 6, I'm going to look for a setup. In between now and 6 a.m. I'm going to wait till after the news at 8:30 pops off and then go from there. All right, y'all. Members, be on the lookout. Send the link out when we go live for FOMC. We'll be back at it same time. What's the holiday tomorrow? I might still be on the charts tomorrow. I'll probably just want to look at any USD pairs. I'll probably still be on the charts tomorrow. I'll probably see. Definitely depends on how today plays out and what tonight looks like. But I'll let you know if we're gonna go live tomorrow. But yeah, we got GJ pushing, so we still got some setups and opportunities. No problem, no problem.